Selena. It's a bad baby. Oak Cliff girl. Can't make you change my world. Damn, you're so fine, girl. Oak Cliff girl. Put them heels on and rule. Welcome to Selena's Couch, where you are welcome to be free to be yourself. So you can lay your head on my couch, on my pillows. It's all good, we can do whatever we want to do now. I'm in my bag right now, and I got a feeling, babe, yeah. You're gonna be my number one lover. Spending the night making love to each other, with the lights on top of the covers. Just me and you, babe. And I feel like you're my love you to Reese's Pieces.
Get you a word. Nana nana boo boo.
Hello. I see I have one person in the bushes. Hopefully it's somebody that I want to see. Now I don't see anybody. But this is going to be a short little live that I'm going to do. First, I would like to give my introduction for those who don't know. I'm going to call myself Miss Texas Beauty. I'm trying to do a new thing over here, and I want to do a lot of different things over here. But I'm just going to give you just a little introduction, and hopefully you will come out of the bushes, because I only gave this live to only a few people. Okay, thank you, Phoenix. Thank you. Let me know you there. Let me see if I can make you a mod. I'm praying that this channel will remain in a different direction with the people that I want to be over here, and then some people that will probably come along. Hopefully I can be able to grow this channel. I want to do shopping hauls. I want to do do the try on hauls. I want to show, have different discussions over here. I even want to show how you can do little things to make yourself beautiful. You don't have to put a whole bunch of makeup on. You don't have to, women, we don't have to look like drag queens to be beautiful. We can focus a lot on our natural beauty. How can we enhance our natural beauty? I want to have other discussions with men. I want to do a lot of different things over here on my channel. And I want to get into, again, like I tried to do on the other channel previously, I want to get into a different algorithm. And so, if you guys know anybody that may want to, that would maybe be interested in some of the things that I have to talk about, please tell people that are outside of this sector, the sector that I'm associated with. Well, you know how that goes. Just we gotta keep it hush hush, because unfortunately we have so many times we have people that monitor your page. They're just trying to use it for their content, so that they can make fun of your content, and I don't want that for my channel. I want people over here to take my content seriously, and I want to enjoy what I'm doing. Not to say I'm going to get rid of the other channel. I didn't say that. Some people say running and going to another channel. That's not it either. But I definitely want to be able to be myself without being critiqued every time I turn around about what I talk about on my platform, what I do, what I say, who I'm interacting with. I just don't want that anymore. And if, like I said, I will continue to keep my other channel, and I want to make that very clear, but I want to do more things on here where you guys can actually see me, Miss Texas Beauty. So, Phoenix, when you go up under my name, you see this channel? Because if so, I need to do something about that. So if there's a way that you go and put my name in the search the search engine, does this channel come up? If you can check, can you please let me know? Because then that's going to be another issue. So I'm trying to just talk a little bit about sometimes when you're on this app, you have to be extremely careful of the people you talk to. You have to be careful on a lot of different things you have to be careful about. Yes, please, Phoenix. You have to be careful about a lot of things. But I wanted to talk about how cyberbullying is not cool. If people would treat people like they want to be treated, whether they like them or not, a lot of things would not be going on in this world as far as like people trying to unalive people. And we just had somebody two content creators that were going back and forth and supposedly trolling each other. And they were trolling each other in such a disrespectful way that the other YouTuber met up with the other and we see this going on more than often. And a lot of the times what people think is trolling, it's really cyberbullying. Anytime that you are harassing someone after a person has told you to stop and you continue to do such, you are cyberbullying that person. And if you're following that person to another area or another channel, that is cyberbullying. That's harassment. That is not trolling. That's not what sane people do. And I definitely don't want that on this channel. Like I said, the way I started on the other channel, I started defending myself. And that's why, I probably will stay in that algorithm where the same people that were attacking me are the same people that are more likely subscribed to me. And it's an ongoing cycle. So I created this channel so that I can really be myself. I can really talk about different things that I want to talk about, and that I can share with the world, and without having to feel like, somebody's watching me. It's just really weird. It's a weird feeling when you're a woman on here and you're trying to do content. You're not talking about certain people. You're moving forward regardless of what has happened in the past. 2 years ago, 3. Okay, thank you so much. I wondered if the other channel come up. If the other channel come up, well, that's fine because they've already subscribed to that. But this channel, like I said, I want a different people over here. And the people that I invited over here that I've given, and I got a couple of more people, and I got to give this out also to a lot of my family. You guys, if you always hear me talking about, I have a very huge family on both sides. So I got to also give this channel to a lot of my family as well. But I just wanted to share this with you guys, just to introduce myself. I want to share this video with you. It is called All Things Women Podcast. And this is not only for women, but it's related to men. And this is under fair use. So I want to say that, but I wanted to share this live stream. This when jealous people treat you. Let me see. I would say, I don't know if Phoenix would agree with me or disagree. I may be, in some ways, have a lot of attention by certain people, men or women, I'm not sure. But sometimes when you have or you draw a lot of attention, or whether it's because of your aesthetics or your charisma, your personality, whatever it may be that draws people to you, a lot of times some people will not like that. So instead of them just leaving you alone, what they do is try to destroy your reputation. They want other people to see you in their perception, and their perception is their reality. Okay, that doesn't make it reality. Actually, it's just their perception that made it reality for them. But I'm going to say this, not too many people, and some of the people that think they know me so well, and how they viewed me as the Wicked Witch of the West, none of these people know me. Okay. That's number one. And if you really got to know who I am, you would know that what some people will say about me is not the truth. I talk to people every day that actually know me, that can tell you that everything that some of these people are saying are lies. If I brought up my family, if I brought up my mentors, now their perception of me, it depends on what they did to me or what was going on at that time. Their perception of me may be their reality, but that does not mean that is me. That is who I am. And I always hear people that I know else say, Selena, you shouldn't care what people think, and that's true. I to an extent I don't care. But the thing about it is, a lot of times when you have people that are like that, they try to ruin your reputation with other people. But I do thank God that there are some people that actually have a brain and they can use their own logic and observe and their own discernment and wisdom, where they can kind of see whether or not, if, who is this person in front of me. Of course, when you meet people, you don't you think they seem like a nice person, so you don't know only until you actually observe them, maybe spend time with them, or you can really kind of see how they treat other people. You kind of get a glimpse of maybe who they are. But I am just so thankful that I have, and I'm gonna turn down this music because thank you, Miss Collins, for coming through. We got things, Miss Collins, in here. That's all I need. There won't too many people in here just causing no foolishness in my life. Turn this music off because it can be annoying. Um, and I'm just glad that I'm letting the people that get to know me, they're seeing me, and if they ever spend time with me, they will know that this is not who I am. And I'm thankful that I have enough people that have logic and reason and in their own mind, not to go by what people say, because sometimes those people that talk about you, they are projecting and deflecting, and they want the attention off of them on who they really are. They're so busy trying to expose other people and point the finger at other people. And it's because they don't want people to see them for who they are. But I tell anybody, if you get to know me, I'm as real as they get. Either I'm a fool with you. Hey, go. Either I'm a fool with you or I'm not. I don't have time to fake, shake. I don't have time to pretend like I'm something that I'm not. Now, I am being a little bit more guarded with people. Don't take it personal. It's just that right now, because there is so much that has happened where people have brought my name up that didn't need to even have my name up in anything. It has me very on edge with people, and I don't mean any harm. But when I'm on edge, it's because I'm feeling away. I'm feeling paranoid, and when you have been cyberbullied for almost 3 years, it does make you very paranoid. It makes you very unease with people, and you're wondering, is this person going to flip? What do I need to not need to say with this person? Can I say this or can I not say that? And sometimes, I don't mean no harm, but sometimes I will talk to people on my platform, but I don't want to talk to them outside of the platform because I just don't know sometimes who is who. You know what I'm saying? And when you don't know who is who, it just makes you like, okay, well, I just have to be guarded with everybody. You know, I have been dragged. Well, at least they tried to drag me and still trying to drag me on these YouTube streets. And I just wanted to let people know, if you have experienced cyberbullying or any harassments, someone is stalking you online, you are not alone. But I say that, keep your power. Do not allow people to control your emotions. Every time you turn around, you're yelling, you're crashing out. And when I have those moments, I have those moments with friends and family. I'm not going to try to do that online, because that's what people want to see. They want to see you crash out. They want to see you respond and lose it. And I had a moment yesterday, and I was thankful that I didn't do it online, because that would have been the laugh, that would have been the talk on the town, that Selena crashed out, right? And let me go back to saying Texas Beauty crashed out. So I have to remember, and then when I'm on the other platform, I got to remember not to say that name, because, these people will try to find everywhere you go. So I just wish that people would learn to leave people alone. But I'm learning to also give things to God and keep them there, and not allow God to deal with these people, and let me stay in my place. Let me stay as a young lady. Let me be a woman of integrity. Let me be a woman of accountability. I'm just starting to just focus on me. Let people be great. If they want to drag me, if they want to say Selena did this, Selena said this, if more than likely when I have said it, I have already said it to that person. So I'm not a two-faced person like some people want to make me, make others believe. I'm a straight up person. Now I have had issues where I have vented, and venting to the wrong person makes it look like you're being two-faced when you're not. So it's just you're venting to the wrong person. I said that on my live the other day. But I just wanted to do this is a trial, kind of a trial run, and I wanted to see if I could get a few people in here. Guys will like this. If you are a person that gets a lot of attention, people like you, people enjoy your presence, this is for you. And I knew this had to be God, because while I was getting this live stream set up, this live came across my feed. Again, with me changing my channel, I'm subbing up to different people so I can get in a different algorithm. And this was one of the people that I was subbed up to, but I'm not going to be subbed up to anybody on that former channel, because I want to get into a different algorithm. But this lady, I really enjoy her, and I relate to her content. And this is for anybody, whether you're a woman or a man. If you struggle with people getting a lot of love from people, people adore you, people see the best in you, you'll always have those haters that will try to destroy your image, that will try to destroy how people see you, and say these people just don't know who Texas Beauty is. They just don't know who Phoenix is. I know who she is. And you only talk to a person a few months. And then when you did talk to people for a few months, you didn't get so deep and personal in your life. They don't know the ins and outs of your life. They don't know who you are. They haven't been around you. You've never met them. And even maybe some people you may have met, they still don't know you. So it's really baffling to me how people that you don't know, that you've never met, have so much to say about who you are, and trying to destroy how other people see you. And this is if you're well liked. This is if you're admired by many. I had an uncle, and he's gone to be with the Lord. And he said, Selena, you are loved by many. And that spoke a lot of volumes to me, because I was going through a rough time in my life. And when he told me that, I remember that, and I will always remember that. That that always spoke to me. And then I had, when I was in high school, there was a male counselor that came to our school. I forgot what program or a mentorship program he was in, and I met up with him. And he was telling me, he said, he said, I don't know why I feel this way, but I feel like I got to tell you this. And he said, God has given you this smile for a reason. He said, you can draw people close to God just by your smile. And he said, there's going to be times where the enemy, which is the devil, the entities, which is demonic spirits, will try to tear you down to take away that beautiful smile. Do not allow the devil to take away that smile, because just by your smile, people will be drawn to you, and they'll be drawn to the light that's in you, right? So those are the things in my past that I remember, that I will keep to I would say to my dying day. And when there's something different about you, Joe, or Phoenix, or Miss Collins, and people are drawn to your spirit, they're drawn to your light. You're going to have people that will try to tear that down and make you into a monster that you are not. So this is what we have to experience. I think about, and I'm not gonna talk too long, but I think about, you think about all the people in the Bible that has started out as the underdog. I always go back to that story at Joseph, the boy with the many colors on his coat, because his father made him a coat with many colors. He was one of Jacob's favorite children. And Joseph was just a young man, a young boy, didn't think much of anything. He just dreamed a lot. God gave him a lot of dreams. But, even at a young age, God was showing his power and his, I would say, providence in his life. If I'm, using that right. He saw God's hand in his life, basically. And how, even though he had those gifts of interpreting dreams and having dreams, his own family hated him for having that gift and being loved by his father so much. He was a favorite. He had favor on his life, not only from his father, but from God. And his brothers hated him for it. They were jealous of him. And sometimes your gifting can cause jealousy as well. How God has gifted you will cause others to be jealous. They don't understand what it is. They just want to tear it down. They don't have to understand why they don't like you. It's just the fact that it's something good. I don't have it, and I'm going to tear it down. So you will have people just like that, whether they're in your family or whether they're outside people that you never knew before, or whether they're people that you did used to know before. If you are a person that is highly gifted, or you have such a high calling in your life, you have a testimony that could touch not only just one person, but 100 people, 1,000 people. Those people will be used by those entities to tear that down, to tear your reputation down, to try to take away your joy, to try to take away your peace. And now, since I understand, I've been understanding that, but it still doesn't feel good to go through it. I'm not gonna lie to you. It doesn't feel good. I think about, sometimes I'm like, I'm not strong all the time. I do need sometimes some relief, to where I'm just like, look, just leave me be. Let me be. But I want to say to anybody that is struggling with not being, you feel like you have been outcast, or people target you because of your gifting, or because of how people like you. You are not alone. It happens to people that are like that. It happens, and it will continue to happen until you die. Because why? Jealous and envy is a universal thing, a universal emotion that people have. And if you don't check it and you don't deal with it and get rid of it, it will take over your life, and you start to have a jealous and envious heart of other people. So I learned to accept people for who they are, and and I'm talking about people that I love and care for, and I try to, and I hope that they accept me for who I am. So anyway, to say the long story short, I'm gonna play this because I can talk. I wanna share this with you guys.
You something. There are some people who don't like you because other people like you. Some people are so jealous and envious that they do not like the favor you have on your life. They don't like that you have a good reputation in the eyes of other people. They don't like that you add value to other people's lives. They don't like that people gravitate to you. They don't like that you have something more to say other than just the fluff that you hear and see around you in the world today. See, when you add value, when you add something deeper to people's lives other than just the, physical, just the aesthetic, just the outside, when you help people to encourage them and you inspire them and you try to be a listening ear and a help for them, people who live on a more low, shallow level, they will not like that. Of course, that doesn't go to say that everybody that isn't a deep thinker will dislike you, but there are some people that want you to very much be at their level. And if you're not at their level, they don't like you. They don't like the fact that you decide.
Most people, I don't know if you've ever heard of this analogy. Most people are chickens. What do chickens do? Chickens are at the very bottom. They eat anything that's on the ground, whether it's grass, bugs, whatever. They're going to eat it for the most part. But eagles fly above even storm clouds. Eagles fly so high, they fly by themselves. You know what I'm saying? They don't ever, I've never seen an eagle unless it was with their mate or maybe their babies, teaching them how to fly. But most of the time, when you see an eagle, they're by themselves. And eagles always fly high. They never come down, for the most part, on the ground, eating everything on the ground. That's what chickens do. And sometimes people are like chickens and eagles. There's some people that have a higher level, not to try to say that people are better than other people, but a lot of times people have different callings on their life. People have different giftings and talents on their life that make them stand out above the crowd. And when you stand out above the crowd like a sore thumb, you are a target. You are a target to be picked on. You are a target to be critiqued all the time. You are a target to be, said ugly things and untrue things about you. You're a target for that. So when you know it and you see it, it's not such a surprise, but the human side of us says, I understand, but I still don't bother people and I want to be left alone. But you are picked out to be picked on. And that's what I just kind of got in my mind as I'm talking. I'm picked out to be picked on because certain people are so different than others. And sometimes people fear what they don't understand, right? They fear what they don't understand and they're intimidated to the point to where it's something that they end up maybe sometimes being envious or jealous of it, or it causes them unease to be around you, or it causes them to be like, you're no better than me. Why you think you're better than me? And you're not thinking that. You're just thinking you're a regular person. But that may not be how you really are. To you, you may be a regular average person, but to really the people that are really intimidated by you or really see you in a different light, you're probably much different. You're actually probably a person where they wish some of the things that they had. So, and all of this stems in jealousy and envy. And when you don't check that jealous and envious in your heart, envy in that heart, you will start to hate people for being different or having different type of gifts and talents that you may not have, or different types of aesthetics that you don't have, you know. So I believe that God gives everybody a talent and a gift, and but I also do believe that He gives some people more talents and gifts than others for whatever reason, and it's because of His doing, not because of your doing, right? Um, and sometimes they can cause problems with other people. If you try to be level-headed, if you try to be sincere, then people will say you're being fake, right? If you try to tell people how you feel, and then you may say something to somebody else, then you're being two-faced. You're not being a real person. You're not trustworthy. You have no integrity. And I'm like, you just can't win with some people. If some people are focused in on not liking you, there's nothing you could do or nothing you can say that would be appeasing to them. So just don't try. Just keep being you, and I'm going to keep being me. And if you feel a way about me and there's something that I know I didn't do, then that's your problem and not mine. And this is under fair use.
Decided to expand your vocabulary. They don't like the fact that you decided to, do something other than what everybody else is doing. They don't like the fact that you want to step outside the box to be better than what you were before.
Oh,
I
y'all, I
traded my
don't have
evening
premium
wine for evening
on
with Mary.
channel.
Stop buying wine if you're just
Let me
gonna
go
throw
ahead
it.
and skip it.
Now I'm able to.
There are a lot of people who prefer you to be stuck and stagnant because they are stuck and stagnant. There are people who want you to only focus on childish things, gossiping things, negative things, as they say, those energy vampires. Those people are very much real. They thrive off of negativity. You ever have a conversation with someone and the conversation was a little too upbeat, so the person started getting bored? They suddenly was trying to find a way to get away from you. They wanted to walk off somewhere and say, oh, okay, well, you know what, I'll be back, I'm gonna call you, I'm gonna do this, and you never hear from them again. It's because sometimes the light that you carry, that energy you carry, it's a little bit too positive for them. They need something a little messy. They need you to slip up and say something. They need you to slip up and do something that they can talk about. They need you to be a little bit messy so they can be a little entertained. But if you are too level headed, especially as a woman, if you are a little bit too focused on, being of help to other people, and no one is perfect, we all miss the mark in some way. But there are some women, contrary to what people see in the world, there are a lot of women who are very much about being feminine, wise women. There are women out here who are doing amazing things, who are living lives as stressless as possible. But when you are around people or you come across people who are accustomed to the constant drama, the constant bickering, the constant animosity and resentment, the constant arguing about nothing, the constant disdain toward other people for no reason, when you have people who are accustomed to that and they come across someone who is unbothered, someone who can walk in a room as if nobody else is there when they are in amongst many people, they will not like that. See, as I've said in previous videos, your level of unbothered will bother the bothered. The people who you might know that, you go to a club or something, not that I do those things anymore, but you ever go to a party or an event and everybody else is dancing or they're talking, chatting, having a good time, and then you have that little group of people, those little group of miserable people who are sitting at the table or sitting off in the booth or sitting off on the couch, just looking at everybody else and then talking, whispering and saying and doing little things. Those are the people who are the most miserable because of, instead of enjoying the environment, enjoying the time that they have, they look at that as an opportunity to scrutinize and pick apart everybody else. And
Sounds like YouTube, doesn't it? You're doing something different. So they get around in their groups and criticize what you do and how you do it. When this is your platform and you can do whatever you want to do with it. Sounds familiar, right? And that goes with everywhere you go. Not only on YouTube, but in real life, right? Guys, I appreciate you coming through. But if you would like to check this out, and I actually might do this on my other channel, how jealous people treat you when too many people like you. So this is by all things woman, and again, this applies to women and to men. It's not just for women; it's for men too. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Again, this is my first live stream. Hope to do more uploads so that you guys can see some of those things as well. But yeah, I really hope that you guys come back on this channel. I'll be doing more things, and if all three of you guys that were in my chat, if you could tell some people that um, that would be would like maybe my content, I would definitely hope that you will share with them my channel and everything. So yeah, I really enjoyed myself, and like I said, I unfortunately, you know um I wanted to tell more people about this channel, but because of the things that I've been dealing with the cyberbullying, people following me and trying to just shadow ban my channel, I'm not really open to sharing with a lot of people online um, in the sector that I'm sometimes associated with. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. And it may not make sense to you, but it makes a whole lot of sense to me, especially when you feel attacked, and people just won't leave you alone. They're like you know how sometimes, have you all ever seen one of those gnats? We call them gnats in Texas. I don't know, maybe call them fruit flies or whatever. And there's always like a fruit fly or gnat that you've been trying to just smash with your fingers and your hands, and you can't ever get that darn fruit fly fruit fly or that gnat. That's exactly how some people are. And now I have really just kind of let people to God, because I if I do anything, I will either be in prison or the people that I love will be in prison. So I just say, you know what? It's some things in life I can't control, but what I can control is me and how I respond to things and what I do and how I move around. And so that's exactly what I'm going to do. But I thank you guys for coming through. Like I said, if I have about one person or three people to hear this, I hope that you guys understand everything I'm saying for the most part. You may not agree with it, but this is how I see it. I might go live again, on this channel. I know I might go live on the other channel at 5. But yeah, I'm gonna be on here a little bit more. So shout out to everybody that came through on my first live stream. It was Joe, Biz Collins, and Phoenix. I appreciate you guys, and I hope that you got something from this live stream. When you have a high calling on your life, when you are gifted, when you are talented, when you are aesthetically pleasing, you are going to be picked out to be picked on, and that's just a part of life, unfortunately. Like I said, eagles always fly high and they fly above the storm, and chickens always stay on the ground eating everything. So you have to choose which one you are, and then once you know what you are, and whose you are, you know that you are going to be picked out to be picked on. Love y'all to Reese's Pieces. This is Texas Beauty, Miss Texas Beauty. And I hope that you come back, and the next time I'll probably cam up or whatever. But I just wanted you guys to be introduced to my channel, and I hope that you like, share, and subscribe. Thank you much. Love you. Bye. Hey, Rachel.
Selena. It's a bad baby. Oak Cliff girl. Can't make you change my world. Damn, you're so fine, girl. Oak Cliff girl. Put them heels on and prove. Welcome to Selena's Couch.
where you are welcome to be free to be yourself. So you can lay your head on my couch, on my pillow.
It's all good, we can do whatever we wanna do now. I'm in my bag right now, and I got a feeling, babe, yeah. You gon' be my number one lover. Spend the night making love to each other, with the lights on top of the covers, just me and you, babe. And I feel like you're my
Love you to Reese's Pieces.
Get you a word. Nana nana boo boo.